For number 2, 3, 4, and 5, they want us to graph the following functions on the standard window and sketch the graph. So it doesn't need to be perfect. So I have my calculator here, and if I go to the y equals and type 2 raised to the x, and then do zoom standard, your graph for number 2 is going to look something like this. For number 3, it's 2 raised to the x plus 3. Now, depending on your calculator, either you're going to just type in 2 raised to the, and then it'll put a box, so then you can just put the x plus 3 in the box. If you have an older operating system, you're going to have to do 2 raised to the, and then put parentheses around the x plus 3. So depending on what operating system you have, you may need to do that. So if you do that, x plus 3, this is our graph, and it looks pretty much the same. It has been shifted over, so if you remember from the transformation section, those rules still apply to exponentials. They apply to all functions. So for number 4, you want to do 3 raised to the x, and you'll see that this is the shape, and you'll notice there's not much difference between 3 to the x and 2 to the x with regards to the shape. I forgot to put my arrow there. They're basically the same. So one is going to be steeper than the other, but the general shape is essentially the same. And then we're going to do e to the x. So there's an e to the x key. And if you graph that, that's also basically the same. So e to the x, or e, this is the natural exponential. E is something that we're going to be looking at kind of throughout this chapter. But these will be our basic graphs.